This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Nevada should be the get it done state and the get it right state.
A real estate agent.
An Assembly committee is hearing a bill that would put comprehensive regulations in place for Nevada's growing drone industry, including privacy issues. Coverage of the 2015 legislature tops Channel 2 News at 5 o'clock. Unmanned aerial vehicles have a wide range of uses. We are starting to see them all the time in the sky. Well, now lawmakers are trying to put in some regulations in place before issues come up. Good evening. I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Remington. Thanks for being with us tonight. But this issue brought a whole lot of people to the legislature today to voice their concerns about drones. Paul Nelson was there and joins us now here in the studio. Paul, UAVs or drones are becoming much more common here in the Silver State, aren't they?
They are, Kristen, especially since Nevada was selected as a test site for the technology. Assembly Bill 239 is known as the Homeowner Privacy Protection Act and would put regulations on law enforcement, hobbyists, and commercial use.
Ready?
It seems the possibility of drones are endless, whether used for deliveries or surveillance. And as the technology advances, some argue there's a need for clear rules and regulations.
These issues are already coming up, and they will continue to come up as the technology continues to get cheaper and more capable.
In part, the bill puts guidelines in place for the use of drones by law enforcement and requires them to obtain search warrants if they use UAVs to gather evidence where a person has a reasonable expectation of privacy, like at home or in their backyard.
By talking with law enforcement, I believe that we've got a bill that expands protection under the Fourth Amendment for people's homes, but also ensures that they can keep Nevadans safe.
But some say warrants should be obtained for all cases where drones are used in criminal investigations, saying UAVs offer something other aircraft like helicopters do not.
They can see through your ceilings and walls, they can zoom in and see very minute detail, and they can gather a lot more information than the human eye could, and that's why we're specifically concerned about search warrants and the use of drones.
Representatives from law enforcement agencies testified in favor of the bill, but say drones can serve as a useful tool.
Maybe you have a lost hiker up in the woods or something. We're able to locate them. We could drop an item, a splint, first aid kit, whatever, to try to sustain them until we could get actual people there.
The bill also includes so-called peeping Tom laws, prohibiting people from using drones for taking pictures of someone without their permission or in a place where there is an expectation of privacy. But some say it's too soon for regulations, especially because it crosses so many arenas, including aviation and new businesses coming to Nevada.
I believe the bill is premature. It's narrowly focused, redundant.
Business has an open door. I've told them that I do not want to affect their business. If they are concerned, they can come to me with amendments, and I will be happy to fix any issues they have.
AB 239 would also make weaponizing a drone a Class B felony. Others would like to see more restrictions for where they can be operated, including over prisons and jails, dams, and power plants. Covering the 2015 legislature live in the studio, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.
Pretty interesting discussion, though. All right, Paul, thanks. And a Nevada-based company that uses technology from unmanned aircraft held a demonstration at the Emergency Operations Center in Reno today. Jennifer Burton has more on what the future of aerial surveillance just might look like. Jen?
Well, Kristen, the startup is called ArrowData, and its mission is to use technology from unmanned airplanes in everything from public safety to entertainment.
And see, whether an overpass is coming up, whether a large turn's coming up.
Nevada startup ArrowData demonstrated what its data technology can do for local governments and businesses. The company launched a manned Cessna 206 equipped with the latest video equipment and sent a live feed into the Regional Emergency Operations Center.
Live exploitation updates to any first responders on the ground.
You're thinking public safety, first responders, fire and rescue type clients, anywhere from any kind of an earthquake disaster, a flooding disaster, any kind of a snow, lost hikers, any of those kind of things that we might stand up something that would help the men and women of Reno.
Governor Sandoval welcomed the company to southern Nevada in February. Today's flight over Reno had a pilot, but in 3 to 5 years, the company hopes to fly unmanned planes.
The military has worked on it for the last 15 years, and it's now commercially viable, and for the first time, it's really commercially affordable.
ArrowData plans to charge about $1,400 an hour to clients. 90% of the company's employees have military backgrounds.
I worked in the UAS industry for a long time. I was out at Creech. I flew MQ-1s, MQ-9s, or Predators and Reapers.
The company plans to expand into northern Nevada and provide interactive video to at least 6 types of clients.
Utilities, training, public safety, survey, entertainment, and electronic news gathering.
I think we've all have ideas and expectations about UAV technology, but let's see what this company brings to the table and what applications might be available moving forward to consider.
The company currently has 22 employees, but hopes to eventually hire about 100 more after its official launch date in April. Covering the story live in the newsroom, Jennifer Burton, Channel 2 News.
Glad to have him here. Okay, Jen, thank you. Today, the Federal Aviation Administration released streamlined rules aimed at expediting permits to fly commercial drones below 200 feet. The FAA has been granting permits on a case-by-case basis to companies that use drones for a variety of commercial uses, including aerial photography. But there is a backlog of hundreds of applications. The new rules grant a blanket permission to applicants whose drones weigh under 55 pounds and who agree to keep flights under 200 feet away from airports and flying only during the day.